Hello, people, and welcome to watch yet another Carcassonne Champions League qualifier match. This time in Q2, we are in the lower round one of the set Q2, and as you can see from the title of this stream, we'll be taking a look at the match between Edo Tico of Costa Rica versus RDaeln of Indonesia. So two very much new countries stepping themselves into the international scene, which I am very excited for. Now I have absolutely no idea of the level of the play that we are going to be seeing. And actually, let's quickly take a look at the player profiles because this stream has been scheduled on very much on a rapid pacing, and I have not even managed to take a look at the profile. So Edotico currently rated at a comfy 426, and then we have the Indonesian counterpart rated at 224 with still 900 games of experience. And I probably should have just opened up a new window for Erotico, but for Erotico, 478 games of experience, so half the games of Dial, but twice the rating. So maybe there's just like a steeper learning curve for Tico, or um, maybe I mean there's gotta be something else going on in the background in the background. I'm not sure at all. But it's going to be very interesting to see the some different type of plays for sure, as to what we are, I would say, used to on this channel, because usually the international scene, especially for the higher tier competitions, it is usually filled with players at 500 plus rating points. And now that it's going to be just based on the elo ratings, then it's going to be a bit of a lower a lower a lower skill level tier matchup, I would say. So we're going to be seeing more chaos, I would say. um, and I actually doubt that these players do have any history between each other, but we might as well look at that whilst we are waiting for the games to begin. They do not indeed, and I certainly actually do hope that the game is gonna that the match is gonna be starting on time, as at least Erotico was not online currently. Um, whilst we wait for the players, then we can take a look at their match history so far in the CCL. So, being in the lower round one currently, it means that they have both lost one match and won 0 thus far. Tico lost a match against Loose Goose, and Dial lost a match against Mate Tabak, who, well, I mean, sweet lord, Mate in Q2, I guess Slovakia has like really not done all that well in the team competitions, because of course, uh, based on the country's rating on the coefficient rankings of the CCL, then your country is either going to participate in the Q1 or Q2 with the online, well, most likely with the online um, national championship winners or runner-ups. And Mate is certainly, well, I would say most likely from the stronger end of Q2. Has like at least a decade of experience, plus more, I would say, um, from international competitions, especially from the individual world championships, where he has been, to my knowledge, quite many times and has had decent success as well. Decent might be a bit of an understatement. I think he has gotten multiple medal positions, like multiple bronze positions, and might even have another like fourth place position in his back pocket as well. So of course the match format is going to be the default custom tables with slow game speed as at the beginning of the tournament it used to be just PGA tournaments with 15 minutes and optionally slow time format with custom tables if both players agree, but due to PGA issues, then the default format was changed to these slow time format tables. So we should be starting in like basically at any moment here. And there we go. Starting off with Red as the starting player, both taking 4 points, and we already see this very curious move of Red with going for the field with the crossroad as opposed to just starting a new road, which would be the custom way to go. Now this field does have some potential because it has like 2 cities on it, and it has well, it has minor expansion potential with this one green square. Now, however, this Dorito is really not going to be helping RDaeln to really expand this field or get the points for these cities because it's restricting the field, restricting the opportunities of Red going over here, expanding the field to 6 points, and it's also creating this road for a Tico, which he is now taking, and from what we have seen so far, Red is going to be heavily prioritizing blocking as opposed to even really meepling stuff, which is not really well nowhere near really the ideal way to go. But I think ideal moves are going to be far-fetched in this matchup. Now, well, we do see quite a good move here from RDaeln, straight from the textbook of any higher-rated player, taking 2 points and making the making the finishing of the city much harder for Tico. Also, there is now a chance to go here with like a Dorito and even further try to kill this city and kill the chances of its completion. Now there are still the 2 dividers remaining, so that is something that Red should be aware of, because it is then of course possible to separate the city and still complete this with another city cap, claiming 10 points. But Tico just adds 2 points to his city, going for, well, going for kind of like both, going for the ruin and for the completion of the city, because both are now very much possible. Um, the completion is going to be threatened as long as the city does not get pointed downwards. RDaeln going with another restriction move, adding a road end to well towards the city of Tico. Now, however, this move isn't particularly great because first of all, it is using a valuable city cap, a valuable quick point tile to make this move, as opposed to simply taking 2 points without any sort of without like any sort of dangers. Whereas this city is blockable with one tile, with one straight road going over here, this meeple would be killed because then there would be no tiles fitting over here. But it's also very much possible, as we have now seen, that red can simply draw the best tile that was in the deck for them, try and actually finish the city, and also now they are indeed expanding their field from 3 to 6 points. Now needing only one city cap to go. Wait, what? Interesting. Okay, some technical issues, I guess. So yeah, well, only one city cap needed for red to finish the city. Now, unfortunately, though, red continues the city, which is like a decent move in general. But I would very much like to see this city being continued at the other direction, because it would then be more difficult to block. Now Tico, though, fortunately for red, actually does not go for the 3-point road and does not go for the immediate restriction of the city, but that unfortunate things are going to be very much becoming fortunate, as red makes it actually a lot easier for Tico to simply block this square with one tile. Now, had we not gone over here, it doesn't actually matter what tile Tico goes over here or over here with. This square will not be dead. Like, there are still gonna be tiles that fit there. But now that both of these squares have been restricted to a non-existing double city road field tile, then the square is indeed blocked, and we have now lost the potential of finishing the city, which we did have just a couple of moves ago, still lingering in the air. A counter threat is made in the meanwhile by Green, and he's really having decent chances of finishing this 18-point city with a city cap, which looks like red is not going to be too worried about. Instead attacks the road, which is also an okay move, and is now making the cities, well, starting new cities here on the, well, at the top. And also harassing the city of Tico to become very difficult to complete, as it kinda already is, unless Tico goes over here, which I think he should be doing. But also this, of course, is also like very good move. Indirectly finishes the road and prepares another monastery spot. Like, this is just very juicy as well. And honestly, probably even a better move than this, because like the only real good side of this move would be that there would be still one more divider remaining in the deck that would allow Tico to still separate this meeple away from this potentially killed city in the future. But it's only a 50-50 chance, and so I think he has better opportunities elsewhere. And he can even go here with a city cap like later, and then try to get actually only one remaining field Dorito, and actually just finish a larger city in general. RDaeln is going to be most likely finishing just finishing the city. Might even go with a farmer. I wouldn't really blame on it, because then there would be 3 points, 6 points from this. Potentially this can become to something, but there are a lot of green squares, which is something like something of a good sign. when you start a field, like you gotta have, most often you gotta have expansion potential. Tico claiming 3 points and also restricting the blocking chances of red of going here with, well, actually not restricting the chances all by all that much. Still almost the same exact tiles go here, which were able to block this to block the city anyway in the first place. But the block is carried out, and now we have a winning mini battle in the ruins here. A 1 point ruin for Tico versus a 6 point ruin for RDaeln. So that's certainly a winning mini battle there. Now something that is a very big danger for RDaeln is the fact that this city over here has still somehow not been completed. Somehow is very much attackable, but Tico is not drawing a city cap, and neither is RDaeln drawing any tile to actually attack the city with. But I think but I think RDaeln should definitely go over here, connect the roads, and make the completion of the city just a bit more difficult. But decides to go the other way and make another attacking platform to the city instead, which is going to immediately backfire as Tico does find indeed a a city cap with a road to finish the city. And so now just think of if we like had we went over here, we would have first of all taken 4 points for the road because we would have equalized it. Then we would have also restricted this city of Tico to a city cap with a field instead of any type of city cap, and then we could have carried out with some more blocking or attacking platform um, makings later on. So certainly now Tico is in the driver's seat as he has the winning mini battle on the road, has a nice juicy monastery, and it's leading on the scoreboard by over 30 points. RDaeln having some compensation from the farmers with a 6 point field and a 9 point field, which is strongly meepled by two meeples. But this field has to grow in order to really justify both of those two meeples, because really a meeple cannot really be justified if it has a 9 points if it has like 6 or less points per one meeple, which in this case is not the case. But the city does indeed get completed for RDaeln and another one as well. So now the field is already at 15 points and is now actually justified for two meeples. But because of the point advantage, simply the point advantage for RDaeln, it's gonna be just a really difficult position here. Now does take the highest scoring feature of 8 points in the form of a ruin, and is well, should be simply continuing the fields. And I like the fact that he is not meepling the set caps, because only one meeple in hand is certainly going to be issues if red drives themselves into a situation where this city cap gets blocked with a meeple, and then they don't have anywhere to recover meeples from. The crossroad, though, could be one option, but there are actually not many of those left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only one crossroad left in the deck. So not really something of a juicy option to recover a meeple from. Also, with one meeple in hand, can we really meeple monasteries? I don't think so, and RDaeln agrees. Well, actually, it depends on the amount of city caps remaining in the deck. So if there are multiple and we would run a risk of losing points from this, then I don't think we should be dropping a meeple onto this monastery. But if there are none, then we should absolutely drop a meeple. But RDaeln shows that there are indeed city caps in the deck, and he's going to be claiming likely these 7 points over here, 4 points for the city and 3 points for the field, as they do. Now standing at a healthy 18-point field, where Tico now trying to simply use the additional meeples that they have, um, to simply score somewhere points. Still leading on the scoreboard by 33 points in the lead with this road by 4, so 37, 41, 43, sorry, 44, 50, 55, 56, 55, like 50. Yeah, the lead of Edo is currently like upwards of 15 points or so, which is certainly going to be enough, as there are only 2 tiles remaining in the deck undrawn. Now Edo has to use a meeple right here, right now on something, and I would say the best option would be to go over here, just claim a 3-point field, and there might be even a city cap remaining in the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. There are no city caps remaining in the deck, so the city would not be able to be completed, but it's still the highest scoring move for Tico for 3 points. So still something that should probably be gone for. There are no monasteries left in the deck, so a move like this for 1 point and a farmer would be useless. So yeah, it's just like, this is just the best move, right? Just the highest scoring move on the board. And it's also going to create a 3-point ruin in case there is like a city tile with a field in it. I know there are no Doritos, but maybe there are extenders. No, and actually no extenders. Also no triple cities. So there seems to be almost no city tiles remaining in the deck at all. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, that is not entirely right. There is 1 road Dorito remaining in the deck, like so. This one. So 1 road Dorito, and then I want to say just road tiles. Well, the crossroad is gonna be there. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1 regular crossroad with a field. So one regular crossroad, 1 road Dorito, and then not sure what else. Like either a straight road or a curve, I suppose. A straight road it is. Nothing to be done here for RDaeln. Just gonna be adding it anywhere really. And Tico is gonna be either getting the road Dorito or the field crossroad, both scoring 4 points. 4 points for the crossroad over here, claiming this dead road, or just had he gotten a road Dorito, then it would also come with a shield, so going over here for 2 extra points for the ruin and 2 points for the road would also be, of course, 4 points. Goes for the 3-point move, which is ever so slightly worse than going over here for 4 points, because the meeples in his hand don't matter. Well, in her hand actually, I think, don't really matter anymore, because they cannot be used. There are no tiles to be used for green at this stage. But the lead of Tico is certainly enough to withstand a 1-point mistake. Oh, plus 50 on the scoreboard, and it's like it doesn't really how much stuff you have at the end of the game on the like on the board. Usually it does not uh, add up to 50 points. You would have to have like a gigantic field most often. Plus then somehow like good monasteries or good ruins, which usually is not the case because if you have a large field, then usually you don't have meeples to go for big ruins or monastery clusters that have gotten stuck. 14 points is the difference at the end, and Tico is claiming the 1-0 lead. Whether it will be 1-1 and a decided time, or as just a straight up 2-0 is up to these players. Okay, actually, let's traverse back in time a bit. Looks like should be referring to Edo Tico as a he and to RDaeln as a she. Welcome, Juan Alvarez. Glad to see you having interest on the new countries. A 10-point juicy city for a Tico to start with, and RDaeln goes for the monastery. Has seemingly actually just discarded a field Dorito early on, which is something that you should not be doing. It's always like at the end of at the beginning of the games, it's always well almost every single time you should be meepling the features that you have the opportunity to feature that you have the opportunity to meeple at the beginning of the game because there is just like really almost nothing to claim. Unfortunately, Dial makes a rather bad move. Does not go for the stacking option of the monasteries, which would be easily, and I mean easily, the best option. Because monastery stacking is just like is just super efficient way of building the monasteries and scoring a lot of points with as little amount of tiles as possible. Does, however, manage to save herself from the immediate dangers of getting blocked. Does, but however, it does open up uh, possibilities for Erotico to go over here with the city with the city plus field tile and restrict 3 of these meeples of green to only the one remaining starting tile. Now, fortunately for Dial, that does not happen, and she gets a curve immediately, is able to continue her road and get out of this very, very dangerous situation. Does get restricted in another way though. Now needs one of the three, well, actually one of the two remaining daggers to fit into this square and to claim back his monastery, to claim back her monastery and to continue the road. Still 75% chance of that happening, roughly. So no real worries there. And there could now be, well, the best move would be to go over here and to save these meeples, also getting the road end at the same time. But this is not usually something that a player of Green's rating caliber is used to doing. Yeah, they are not really used to saving meeples because usually players at this level don't are not aware of the tile counts and might not even be like fully aware of what type of tiles there exist. Um, so it will certainly be kind of rough for Dial to have these two meeples blocked here, but it's not the end of the world. They still scored 12 points, and the game is very much not over for even though these two peoples are trapped. Although they will certainly make the position of RDaeln a lot more difficult than it had to be. Welcome, Alexei. I hope Green sees this stream and learns about Meeple defense. I certainly do hope so as well. As a matter of fact, I might just send them a message after the stream and um, do they speak English? Yes, they do. Yeah, I might just actually send a message to them after the stream and tell them to check this stream out in order to learn. Okay, a large city being built up by Tico with a lot of triple cities and Doritos, and it is actually in a very nice shape and in a nice condition still to be finished. And the best part actually in that is that it is possible to be finished with almost just by Doritos and Triple Cities. Well, if you try to finish it with just the Doritos, it's going to be a bit of a long shot because there are only 4 Doritos in the deck and you would need exactly all 4. So in all likelihood, you will have to use like a city cap combo maybe here if you are to go uh, for the completion. But I actually doubt that it would be up in Tico's peak interests, given given his point lead that he had, and also given the very much live meeples all over the board with different features, different tiles to use, and which makes the tile efficiency of Tico like really good because they are able to use pretty much any sort of tile effectively. A bit of a hiccup from Tico does not go for the most effective monastery build-up. A better move would have been to go one tile to the left and to have this indirect 3-point completed road, which would also then give 2 points to the monasteries, one to this one to this one. Whereas now Tico does get the curve, but doesn't have as good of a spot to place it. He's gonna could go over here, could go over here. Both are fine, but it's just that little bit of inefficiency, which will cost him points and turns, like first and foremost. I think at 200 you often know the tiles, or at least most of them. It's just the idea of spending a move on defense just doesn't cross one's mind. Yeah, you might very well be onto something there, Alexei. Does have winning chances. I mean, I'm not at all counting green out at this point. I mean, there are certainly winning chances here. There could, for example, be a large field over here being created, which green has actually now equalized. So maybe we go here for another farmer, just like so. And this field is now with 15 points. It has more open city caps, which can be claimed, and green is preparing to run this field over. Now it's still going to be difficult to actually bring this home because of this of the large point haul that red is going to be getting from this city slash a ruin in the end, or in the middle of the game at some point if it is actually completed. Also, these two monasteries are very nicely developed. So red is going to be in all likelihood getting those meeples back from monasteries and is going to be able to later on invest the meeples to the field. And the field is exactly what red goes for with the second farmer over here. Does not shy away from using their final meeple as they had one to easily recover, which I like. Something that I don't really like is actually this way of green going immediately for the third farmer from here, as opposed to just taking the points and being a bit more patient, because given green's position, given all the features on the board, I think green would have better chances at winning this game if they were to simply take the points first and then go onto the field by using less efficient, like less valuable tiles, say J road tiles. And also, like attacking from here immediately is not that important because there are multiple, because there are multiple um, spots to attack the field from. So there is over here, there was over here, and then there was over here as well, of course, as the third option. And then we can always bring everything from the bottom to the main field via this route here, which seems to be, is it actually still alive? Because there are no monasteries at all remaining, so nothing to go here. Or is there? Are there vanillas? One, two, three, four. There is actually one vanilla remaining, and unfortunately, this move of green is simply not cutting the red people away from the field because red does indeed draw the only tile that was remaining into this square. And now this meeple, although scoring 9 points, it is now trapped to this 9-point field. There is no tile to go here, and green has to connect with the second farmer very, very soon, and they do. Now, Tico goes for the third farmer himself. Nothing to fit into the square, but there might still be tiles to go over here, which there definitely were or are. And now for RDaeln, I don't think they will even try to do anything over here. Oh, they do. Oh, very nice, actually, very nice. I like the mindsets that the blocking is going to be like, let's say not the blocking, but the insurance that this farmer does not connect is a priority. However, in this instance, it's actually not the priority, although it's a very natural thought. But the priority would be to make sure that we actually win the field, because we were just like so much behind that we had to bank a lot on winning this field. Just equalizing it is not going to be enough. And unfortunately, I'm not sure if it was even possible to win the field with the tiles that there were in that there were left. Actually, it was totally possible because there was a curve, there was a tube divider, and there was a field Dorito. So we could have actually gotten, well, we could have actually gone over here, drop a farmer, and then it would be unblockable. Because then we are of course hoping for the field Dorito to connect, and our opponent, if we are successful, gets the tube divider, cannot go over, or they can't go over here, but it will do nothing. It will not restrict our chances on any level, and then we would have been able to get into how many points is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30 points or worth of field. So green definitely had winning chances here all the way until the end of the game. Unfortunately, not quite seeing the winning plan here and going for the block instead. And this is exactly what tile counting, or let's say the lack of tile counting, will do for you. It's then going to result into these wasteful moves, which don't really do anything because there were no other connection tiles remaining for red after this curve, and they are gonna be taking away winning chances away from you, because then you are not gonna be able to focus on your own winning plans, which would be to take over the field. Now there is of course, and I think it was also like the Greens' plan to simply find a tile to go over here to connect this third farmer, which would have been totally okay had there been a tile to go here in the first place after the final vanilla was drawn. But it is important especially on the competitive scene to know the tile counts, especially towards the end, because then they really do start to matter. But Tico takes a quick 2-0 win out of this match and is going to continue to the next stage of the lower bracket. Gonna be battling against the Chubos of Switzerland in the lower semi-finals, and then unfortunately we do say goodbyes to the Indonesian, and well, we do certainly welcome her back on the future competitive, well, to future competitions, if she is able to successfully qualify herself for those, and maybe this is the first step of we seeing a rise up of the Indonesian competitive players, and one day we'll see even a team taking part into the World Team Carcassonne Online Championships or to some other team competition. Will you be streaming Townsend's match tonight? I will absolutely be streaming that, yes, at 19 UTC. That will be the second stream of today. Uh, Thank you for the congrats on the match win. Understandable if you want to take a rest after that one. I mean, no, I think I'm fine because now all the pressure is gone from today, and there's gonna be like enough downtime for me to like focus up myself for streams, and so I will definitely be covering the Chilean versus the Chile versus Croatia match, and also just for the sake of like being able to see every match of today being covered is a very nice plus, you know. Indonesians need to partner up with Malaysian Carcassonne community. That could be an option. Yeah, sure, why not? There could be like a joint effort of being made to take part into team competitions, maybe kind of the same as the Latvians and Lithuanians did a few years ago. Okay, next stream is gonna be, as said, the Townsend 17. So Edgar Townsend versus Goran Hladek at 1900 UTC. Continuing on the Q1s, and then that will be the only match left today that I'll be covering. The other ones, Berna versus Kyrgios, and then Daniel Ayala versus Janis Antens, will be covered by Alexei, as well as the Norwegian versus BDDL 1, which will certainly be quite a tough matchup for the Norwegian, for sure. That'll also be covered by Alexei. But because I am staying on my stream here, I certainly do advocate for you to watch Townsend Vega Orion, which is taking place at the same time with the other match. Congrats once again to Edo Tico, and good luck on the next future matches, and commiserations to RDaeln of the loss, but hopefully we'll be seeing more of you in the future in other competitions. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for sticking all the way until the end. And if you did enjoy this type of Carcassonne content and would like to see more of it, then there is an easy way to support the channel by subscribing, by liking the stream, or if you're watching this afterwards, then leaving a comment at the comment section down below and let me know what you think of this. I'll be seeing you later today with yet another match of the CCL qualifiers. Bye for now.